What would happen if you lived like that? What would happen if we all lived like that? And when you live like that, you can do extravagant things like this. How many of you know that we have some pretty incredible people here at Victory? Come on. I want to introduce you to one of them. And her name is Aisha. Aisha. Won't you sing? Everybody give it up for Aisha. So Maisha grew up in Chicago and moved here to Atlanta. How long ago? 20 years ago. And it's here where you had your son, Micah, who, if anybody here has met Micah, you can't but help but smile. And when Micah was little, he started showing some signs of early autism, right? But those signs were ignored by his doctor at the time, which caused other issues. And after visiting church after church, Aisha finally landed here because she was looking for a special needs program. And you landed here in 2014, yes. Right? 2014. And now Micah is 17 years old. Yes. And you're doing a fantastic job raising him and training him up. Let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody else stay here, and we're going to be on the screen. I want you to walk with me. Okay? So Maisha had a background in special needs, and you were working in a department, a special needs department at a local school, and you were also the first face that people saw when they walked in the building. Right? And so what that did, it kind of created something inside her that says, I want to get involved in that in the church. And so you got involved in the greeters here. Yes. And in fact, even now, you're still, you're helping to lead the welcome department, the welcome team, the welcome teams here. And you're also involved in the Victory Special Needs program that we have. And pretty much, you're one of the people who just serves anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. Wherever is needed. And because I actually got this quote from you, because of how you're able to serve all throughout the Norcross campus, you said that Victory has become a second home to you.
Absolutely.
And here in your words that you've learned the love of the Father and you can't imagine being anywhere else.
Nowhere.
So, Maisha, here's what I'd say. We can't imagine you being anywhere else either. And as a sign of our gratitude for your generosity, because we have been impacted by the extravagant generosity of our God, and because we here at Victory have been strategic stewards, being able to live beneath our means so we have money on hand to be generous. Today, we want to bless you and Micah with this car.
Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much.
Come on out. You can take your mask off.
Okay. Oh my God. It's mine?
It's yours. It's all yours.
Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God.
Come on. Hey, Victory, this is why we do what we do. When we practice extravagant generosity and strategic stewardship, we live beneath our means, so we actually have money on hand in order to be generous. So I'm going to throw it back inside to Darius once you take it away. But Victory, now it's your turn. And when you live like that, you can do extravagant things like this. Follow me. How many of you know that we have some pretty incredible people here at Victory? Yes. Come on. I want to introduce you to a few of them. And so, Rudolph and Amanda, why don't you stand up to your feet just real quick? You didn't know we were doing this. It's all right. It's good. It's good. Just go with it. Just go with it. Let's give it up for Rudolph and Amanda real quick. So Rudolph and Amanda are newer here at Victory, even though some of your family has been here for a while, and they told us about your story. And in fact, I was able to even watch some of the news articles talking about your story because your story is a pretty dramatic one. It is real deal, and your story of love and your story of generosity absolutely blew us away. Absolutely blew us away. And so what we want to do, if it's okay, I want to tell a little bit of your story here. So we're going to do this a little bit differently. And so here's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask everybody else to stay seated, but I want you guys to come with me, okay? Including you guys right here. And I'm going to talk about y'all in just a second. So here's a little bit of the story. If I could have Rudolph and Amanda kind of with me and you guys following a little bit behind. Right at this place where you guys had entered into empty nester life. Come on. Tragedy hit your family. And right around 5 years ago, your daughter-in-law passed away from sickness. Right. And then tragedy struck again this last year. And your son, her husband, passed away from COVID. Right. And to compound that tragedy, they left behind 8 boys, 8 children, ranging from 7 to 17. Let's not forget that part. But to keep your grandsons together as a family, you took them in. You took them into your own home, and you received them as your own. Instead of letting them become part of the system, you took them into your own. Let's say it again. 8 boys, 7 to 17, growing up in a different generation than you guys did. You were thrust back into parenting. You were thrust back into school, into sports, into homework, into girls. And Rudolph, I even heard that you went back to work to support the family. And what I want us to do really quickly, Victory, can we honor the generosity of this couple? Right here. Let's keep moving. Come on. And your sacrifice and your love and your generosity are absolutely amazing. And we're applauding you today. In fact, we found out to get everybody here to the church today, you had to take 3 cars. I mean, anytime you go somewhere, you have to take 3 vehicles. And so in order to honor to honor you guys, to honor your family, and because we've encountered the extravagant generosity of our God, and because here at Victory, we want to practice strategic stewardship, living beneath our means, so we have money on hand to be able to be generous. Today, we want to be able to bless you and your big family with a big van.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's all yours. Come on, go check it out.
Oh my God.
Come on, fellas. Go check it out. Come on.
Hey man, you wanna know a crazy thing? Isn't this the same van?
Hold up. I want to be the first to drive. I gotta be the first to drive.
Isn't this the crazy thing? Isn't this the same van that took us
Come on.
when we was gonna make it?
Hold up. Look at Granddad. Hey, stop playing with Granddad. All right.
So Victory, here's the deal. This is why we practice strategic stewardship. living beneath our means, so we have money on hand in order to be a blessing to the world around us, letting our light shine so that others would see our good deeds and glorify our Father in heaven. So right now I'm going to pass it back in to Pastor Darius on the platform. But Victory, now it's your turn. And when we live like that, we can do extravagant things like this. So follow with me for a second. How many of you know that we have some pretty incredible people here at Victory? Come on, you know that, right? And lots of the times, y'all have no clue who they are. Absolutely no clue who they are. So I want to introduce you to somebody today named Katrina. Katrina, why don't you stand up to your feet? Katrina, we're working on some battery issues here. So Katrina, you knew we were gonna tell a little bit of your story, okay? So Katrina is a small business owner and a single mom. Come on, Jesus. I love it, okay? Single mom to 3 beautiful daughters, all under 10, one of which has special needs. And so you get a double crown in heaven for that. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? Is I'm gonna ask everybody else to stay exactly right where you are, and we're gonna walk for a second. Okay, so just kind of walk with me. All right, we're gonna walk this direction, okay? This direction, okay. So a little bit of your story. So you kind of shared this with us and said we can share it. So Katrina's oldest daughter actually had open heart surgery, right? When she was little, when she was 2, and went through kind of like a faith struggle right there, because to every parent's dismay, on top of the surgery, she started going downhill after the surgery. But God, come on, but God, with his mighty right hand, through the power of prayer, through the prayers of the righteous, which accomplished much, healed her. She made a miraculous recovery. And then you had your own journey. So 2016, you had breast cancer and cancer-free. Come on, you beat cancer. And after beating cancer, your third daughter, Genesis, which is the beginning, right? This is a new chapter in your life. And you actually jumped into being one of the leaders here on the greeters team, right? And we love this. We love when people jump in to the life of the church. So can we celebrate that real quick? Just her generosity towards her family, your faithfulness to show up every single week. So here, let's keep walking. So Katrina is an amazing example of extravagant giving, extravagant generosity to your family and to the whole Victory family. So here's the deal. As a sign of our gratitude to you for your generosity, for you loving your family, and for loving this church family, it's our privilege today to be able to partner with the extravagant generosity of our God. And because Victory has been strategic stewards over our money, living on less, so we have resources on hand to be able to give away, it is our pleasure to be able to bless you and your family today with this new vehicle. Come on, let's go. Come on, get in. Get in. It starts. All right, Victory, I love this. How we can actually say this is that all across Victory today, at every service, at every campus, we gave away to a car to somebody as an extravagant show of God's generosity towards us and his expression of strategic stewardship here. So, including Victory, Victory Vita, we actually gave away 10 cars today across all the Victory campuses, which is so amazing. And this is what happens when we're strategic stewards, living beneath our means, so we have money on hand to be generous. So I'm going to throw it back in to Pastor Darius on the inside. But listen, guys, victory, now it's your turn.